So yeah, thanks for coming to talk to me. We're basically trying to learn more from our customers, I guess, essentially, because we designed the whole program and we designed it to work well for neurodivergent kids. And then now that we've been in the market a few years, we're getting lots of testimonials and stuff like that. And just like we're still a young company, we're new, we have a lot of opportunity for like innovation and growth still. We're not like stuck here. So we just want to start like reaching out to customers, seeing like what sort of your challenges were, and where like what challenges we're solving right now. And then so we can understand like what's working best for people. And then anything that you think would be like a beneficial add-on or anything like that would be great as well. So
for sure.
Yeah, so maybe you can just like tell me a little bit about yourself and your kids and your journey.
So I have an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old, two girls. My 8-year-old homeschools full time. She's non-speaking, so she has fairly high needs. So I do some like modifying of things for her. And then her sister is 10, who's also autistic and ADHD. So they both have that diagnosis, but she's much lower support needs, attends school in a mainstream classroom. Yeah, so that kind of gives you a little, so I have like the two different sides of things, which is kind of neat. My 10-year-old, she like summer vacation, the last day of school, Mom, can I homeschool for the summer? Sure.
Oh, that's nice.
She's just like, give me all the information. So she's doing the medicinal plants class, and she's doing like, she kind of just picks like what's interesting to her. So it works really well in that way because it helps supplement. Because, they're in the public school for she's in the public school for 6 hours a day, but by the time like behaviors are dealt with and there's all the transitions, she's not getting as much as she wants to get out of it. So yeah, that's kind of like the two different.
They're just little sponges at this age, eh? Yeah, they just are hungry for knowledge.
She's the kid, like I'm like, put your shoes on to go out the door, and she's like, did you know that Queen blah 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 died in year 17 whatever? And I'm like, just put your shoes on. That's great, but let's put your shoes on.
That's awesome.
So yeah, so that's a little bit about my kids. My 8-year-old started homeschooling this year, so it was kind of our first experience, and I wanted to.
Oh, awesome.
She wasn't given much access to education because she doesn't talk. Fortunately, people didn't believe she could do things. So that's the main reason why I pulled her in, because I knew that she could do things, and I was like, well, I'll teach it to her. So she's been thriving with Schoolio. I do have to modify some things, but I think like having the digital platform has been really helpful for her. She's learning how to type, so she's not doing all the typing yet because it's tiring for her. So I'm kind of trying to balance it a little bit.
Yeah.
She does really well when there's like multiple choices, or like, when you like move a choice up to the correct spot. I find that's kind of like the easiest for her to be able to do without any modifications.
Well, she's only 8, right? Like still learning to use the mouse and all that sort of fine motor.
Right, exactly. So I have a touch screen laptop for her to use. So she uses that quite a bit. But like overall, it's been great. I like the option that I can print something, like I can print things as well. So say like a reading comprehension, like if she's doing reading comprehension, I'll print the page because she likes me to read it, and then she'll find it and underline the answer in the passage. And then we write it down, and then she goes to enter it in, and she just looks to see. So she likes to kind of have it all in one spot so that So I've been able to do that to be able to make it a little bit easier for her to access. I think like the main thing for her, I would say, is like the odd time there's been technical kind of issues. It's frustrating for
Yes.
her.
It's frustrating for all of us.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes.
But even like over the last couple of days, I've had some issues with my account, and like so she didn't do Schoolio for 3 days, and she was kind of like, "What the hell, mom? Like this is part of my day." So it kind of there seems to be it takes about a day for like a response back for tech issues. So I just like sometimes that kind of makes things take a little long to figure out, because it's like you get a response a day later and then I'll respond and then it's like another day. So that like that is a little bit tricky, I would say.
Yeah, and that's hard for especially neurodivergent kids to have the routine disruption.
Yeah. So that's like the only thing that she's really struggled with. One thing I really liked with her when we initially signed up and we got like the learning plan, and I had said like she's non-verbal.
Oh, the student success plan?
Yeah. And for the first time in her life, she was sent an age-appropriate plan. And I cried happy tears.
Oh.
Like this is a child who like for 3 years that she was in school, it was like, you know, we'll be able to match colors. And I was like, she could do that when she was 2. Like, you know, they wouldn't give her credit. So it was just beautiful to see like grade 2 math, great, you know, and so that was something that I really appreciated, that she wasn't just automatically considered.
Yeah, just because she's nonverbal.
Yeah.
I mean that she's below grade level.
Yeah.
Actually, I wrote that student success.
Oh, did you? So thank you. But honestly, like that's so many people will say to me like, "Oh yeah, presume competence," and then they don't actually like do it.
Yeah,
So
and that's part of the process with the survey, where we ask the parents like, what are their strengths and weaknesses and their interests, and what are your goals? And if you don't tell me she's working below grade level, I gonna assume she's working at grade level.
But I just, you know, it was such a bright moment, just because it had been such a lot of, you know, please believe that she can do something.
Yeah. Well, that's great. That's sad that has been your experience thus far in the system. But I'm glad that she's doing so well.
I think it's even just in life. Like we go to the park and people will be like, "Oh, can she understand what I'm saying?" And I'm like, "Yes, she understands everything you're saying." Like, you know, she just gets it out a different way.
Yeah, for sure. Did she have like I forget what the acronym is.
AAC device.
Yeah, awesome.
So she has that next to her computer when she's So yeah, I usually give her kind of like a few different ways to respond. She can use the keyboard, she can use her AAC device, or like we do a lot on the whiteboard. So I might give her like choices and then she picks and then I might enter it in. So we figure things out, but yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Very cool. It's so nice to like talk to customers and hear like that you guys are using the product and actually like it, and yeah, hopefully like the tech glitches are all part of the growing pains, I think, and getting that smoothed out as we build. But that's good for me to remember too, is that it is hard when there's a routine disruption, and if there's ever like a planned outage, to make sure that we give you guys lots of notice on that, so that you can prime your kids in advance.
Yeah, that would
do things instead. I don't think we've ever had like a planned downage, because we've never had that big an upgrade. Usually we just do them at night or whatever. But yeah, that's a good note for me to make anyways.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then I think there's a few things I was thinking. She likes like the characters, and I love like the short, like that the lessons are fairly short. I don't think she's had any more than, definitely not more than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And like they get her attention. Maybe like she really likes when there's more like interactive stuff, or even if like the lesson itself is doing, like we were helping her sister do a scavenger hunt for weeds the other day for that medicinal plants course. So things like that where she needs to move.
Yeah, absolutely. That like activity variation, right? Where it's not always multiple choice or typing in the box. Sometimes you got to get up and go outside and move around.
And even we were doing one of the social emotional learning lessons not that long ago, and it was like lie down on the ground, and she was like, okay. So yeah, things that got her like out of the seat are helpful. Just because it's an easier way for her to learn, but because they're short, like she can definitely handle the smaller lessons.
Yeah, I'd love to get some sort of like physical activity, like movement breaks that are sort of built in or that you can plan in. Because I think that'd be a cool addition.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome. So is there, I guess, like looking ahead to the future, if you could sort of say like our perfect, absolutely perfect, we have everything program, what else would you add? Or either like features or content or anything like that?
I saw that like you're adding like live classes. I think maybe even because there is quite a few neurodivergent kids, it might be nice to have like a social kind of opportunity for them. Like maybe, sharing special interests or things like that, where just because you said you have a neurodivergent child, right? Yeah. So even just like their confidence and stuff, so often from being told like, oh, you're not doing this right. And, it would be nice to kind of have some nice opportunities for them to share and just kind of be around other kids that, might get the way that they communicate or might be direct as well, right? And, understand that they're not being rude or anything like that. It's just,
Yeah, we were talking about that, doing like, instead of a live class where it's like, this is math or this is, history, of doing like kids club where it's just social hour with a guide. So, when we do like sort of show and tell type of things, or like show your pet. We've done that game before. The pets are not always willing, but the kids like it.
Yeah, something like that, or even like doing like games, like something interactive, but more of like a fun.
Yeah, where it's just like fun and like icebreakers and getting together and playing. And the kids love, I don't know if you've ever done any events in our virtual space where the kids get a little avatar and they can run around, but they love it in there.
Oh, that's cool. No, I haven't. Yeah, I tend to, so that's in the, like on the digital platform?
No, it's just, it's a third-party site that we use, but we use it when we do like our Halloween party and any live events we do in that space. So it's fun in there.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, we'll have to we definitely want to do more of that, like live, just fun community events.
Yeah.
In the fall.
And then I think you do have like can a parent reach out to somebody to get like advice on how, like if their child was struggling with something, or?
Yeah, for sure. Like the student success plans. So the teacher who wrote them, which there's only a couple of us, I wrote yours. I remember writing yours, but yeah, you can reach out through customer service and just say you want to talk to your student success coach, and we'll set that up for sure. Just like this.
Okay.
Basically. Awesome. Yeah.
Like everyone would have like some special education kind of experience.
Yeah, at least a teacher, because all certified teachers have some special education experience. And we're just very intimately familiar with the Schoolio content and how to help you. Like if you need to adapt things or or mix and match the grade levels, stuff like that we can help you with.
Okay.
For
No,
sure.
that's
Yeah.
fun. But yeah, I think that's like the main things that I had thought of to kind of mention. But yeah, overall, like they're both pretty eager. Like every time my 10-year-old's home, if she's home for March break, I'm going to do Schoolio. Can you send me some Schoolio, Mom?
Yeah, that's so cute.
And then, yeah, her sister, like earlier this week, she's like, what do you mean? No Schoolio.
That's so cute. And yeah, I'm sorry that it was down for the day.
Oh, no worries. It's now my account is still down, but at least they can access stuff and I have some
Oh,
stuff.
that's weird.
Yeah, I
I will
don't
reach out to customer service though and make sure that they're on it.
I think they're like I've been messaging back and forth quite a bit. So
Yeah.
I haven't heard from them today though.
Okay.
I didn't have a midday email from them.
Well, we just did a new release yesterday too for new features and stuff like that. So yeah.
I think that's what
Everybody's
made
getting
Aoife's
busy.
account work again because hers was having trouble. And then I don't know, I was just like, I'll check it again last night. And I noticed that it looked a little bit different and it worked. So
okay, there we go.
Something in there helped her.
We unstuck it somehow.
Yeah.
It's like the turn it off and back on again method.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Oh, no problem.
That's very helpful. And can I use the recording of this for like training and marketing and stuff like that? Does that bother you? Or that's
Yeah, for sure.
awesome, because it's definitely helps everyone to be able to see and like our actual customers and hear what's working for you and all that sort of stuff. Very helpful for us.
It makes sense. But it's more believable when you see it like coming out of somebody's mouth, right?
Yeah, like a real parent who's actually using it is so much better than, like an ad or an image or whatever. Or us teachers telling people, like, if we're telling our team, how to make things neurodivergent friendly, it's just like really helpful when the actual user is backing it up, right?
Yeah. And if I can help at all with, honestly, like I work with a lot of autistic kids and their families.
Yeah.
I'm autistic myself. So like if I can help at all with like any ideas or anything, let me know.
That's awesome. Yeah, that would be great. I would love to make like a family advisory board kind of thing where we have like almost like PTA, but for homeschooling Schoolio parents, like where we can say like, hey, we have this idea for a new feature. What do you guys think? And you can just like yay or nay or like sort of give feedback and give ideas and stuff like that. I think
that's a cool idea.
Bring our actual Schoolio parents inside and use your brains because you guys are awesome.
That's a good idea, I think.
Yeah, great. Well, thank you so much.
No problem.
It's been amazing talking to you, and thank you for jumping on last minute.
Oh, no worries. I'm glad we were able to connect. So.
Yeah, me too. Awesome. Thank you. Have a great afternoon.
You too. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.